All right, let's take a look at ProLine's reporting dashboard. Now, this is a demo account, so the data in here is a little sparse, but it should still give the same idea. Here on the overview page, we have just the highest level, kind of most important metrics that you might want to track. So you have number of sales, amount of revenue, so actual money collected coming in, cash flow coming in, your leads, actual number of leads coming in, and then number of quotes that have been sent. And then here on the right, we have an activity feed where we can see everything that's going on in the business across all of your team members. So you can quickly see, who's interacting with what. If you need to, you can always click into and actually take a look at each individual project if you need to take a closer look. Then we have the marketing report. So we have a breakdown of projects or leads by lead source. We have amount of revenue per lead source. We have our new leads here, and we can actually see a list of those listed out below the graph. So we can see how that looks over time, and then we can actually see that list down here, interact with them quite easily. So we have conversions by source. So that's conversions being scheduled an appointment with you, so it became more than just a lead. And then some other marketing metrics down here as well. Then we have here on the sales, for the sales report, we have number of won projects. We have our contract versus actual revenue. So contract being signed quotes, revenue being actual money in the door. Then we have plan versus actual profit. So you can track profit margin here. You can look at projects during the selected period that became open, aka received a quote. And then how many of those were won, and then also total open projects as of now. So if you want to go find everything every project that currently has an outstanding quote and hasn't progressed to either being lost or won, you can see that here in the total open projects and go through those and make calls, send text messages, handle all those. And then of course we have our additional metrics here, including our close rate. So that's going to be the percentage of these new open projects that became won projects. Then moving on to production. So we have a production report here where we can see all the projects that were completed, average days to completion. So how long did it take us to complete those? And then we can also see all of our current projects that are in production here. Then cash flow, we can track all of our incoming payments that are being either manually added and or processed through ProLine if you're using our invoicing. All that is shown here. You can see your open quotes and the value of those, accounts receivables, so outstanding money there. And then we also see our sent quotes and approved quotes and everything for that period. So we can really see a high level of what's our cash flow, what's money that we're expecting to receive here soon, either still open and or in accounts receivable. And then moving on, we have a deeper dive here into activity where we can see the amount of outgoing texts, incoming texts, outgoing calls, incoming calls. ProLine has all that, the built-in phone functionality, so you're able to track activity through those, through that here in the activity area, as well as having the activity feed here. The difference here with the activity feed is that you can also filter by team member. So if I want to see only activity for a specific member of my team, I can see, okay, this is what this individual member of my team has been working on, and you can really see what's going on for each individual person. And then lastly, we have the map. So you can actually see all of your projects here, whether they're leads or in production or completed projects. You can see them all here and then filter them using all these different filters at the top. There's a ton of really useful applications of this. Long term, we do, and you could, in a way, use it right now even for some canvassing, but it's not quite ready for that. We will have it this more usable for actual canvassing down the road, but it's still really useful if you want to show a customer. You can pull this up on your phone or your or a laptop or a tablet, and then you could filter by just completed, and you can see here's all of our completed projects. So you can zoom in and show them, around you, here's all the other roofs in your area that we have completed. Now, for all of these reports, overview just has the dates here. And so each report has some sort of different controls around filtering, but most of them offer quite a bit of filtering, which you can see here across project categories, types, services, tags, lead sources, even zip codes. So if you want to know how much did we sell in a certain zip code, or how many leads have we gotten from a certain zip code, you can do that here as well. So lots of control there over filtering this data. And we've just gone through and talked to a ton of companies and found what metrics do they consider to be the most important ones to follow. And so we've just brought that all together in one place for you here. And this will continue to get developed or improved over time. But we've gotten amazing feedback on this current iteration. Our users really seem to like where it's at right now. And so we'll continue to develop it over time, but it's in a pretty good place at the moment.